people, what's going on? Hope you're all doing amazingly well. Today my video is all about let's talk home truths, and home truths are things that we need to just accept to get on with life in a sense, and really believe that we're doing as best as we can at the moment. We're doing all that we're able to in life, and that's all we can do. I think we can all agree it's been a really difficult year. It's a really difficult time at the moment, but at the same time, let's just take something from it as a positive thing and continue with it. So let's get into it. Let's talk home truths that I've learned this year. Life is hard. As you get older, it becomes harder just because you're exposed to a lot more things. There's more responsibility on you as an adult, whether that be in your career, whether that's just for yourself, whether that be that you're a parent, and sometimes we don't want to face those responsibilities. With loved ones, things can be a bit more difficult in terms of we might stop speaking to some, lose some, and it's not in the sense of, life is hard, let's just give up. It's more in the sense that life is hard and you're doing the best that you can, kind of thing. You've just got to make light of a situation as much as you possibly can, and whether that be, supporting yourself more, supporting others more. There's no right words to say, there's no magical solution for things. Sometimes it's just accepting that life is what it is, and you can only abide by it what you can, and in the meantime, do things for yourself and for your loved ones as much as you possibly can. And that's all you can do. Think of it as like a tool. So it's something that, yes, life does get harder, but it's something that you can manage for yourself. You can think of as a positive. Sometimes losing friends isn't necessarily a bad thing. For example, it can enable you to personally grow, enable you to do things that you never thought you yourself could do. Maybe you just always had that mindset, this is how life was always going to be, and you've never looked towards other things. But maybe now actually having those experiences makes you more resilient and makes you a bit more, do you know what, I'm going to continue to be positive, I'm going to continue doing what I do because that's something that I can control. Life is hard, but it can be manageable, and it is something that you can continue with and be resilient with. People will always come in and out of your life. I'm a big believer in that people come and go in your life for a reason. Most of the time it's to teach you lessons, it's to teach you something about yourself perhaps that you never knew before. Yes, losing people, not speaking to people anymore, or having that connection with people can be really difficult and really hard to accept. But then at the same time, again, like the first one, it could be a sign for personal growth. It could be a sign that you need to be on a different pathway to what they are. You need to be doing more things with your life than what you ever thought you could do previously. It lets a possibility for meeting new people, finding new interests with other people, and getting bonds that way. It's not necessarily a loss, but a gain in your way. This year I've lost friendships. Dating hasn't been 100%. It's been really hard this year. As much as I wanted to be positive about that side of things, I think for myself I've just learned that their loss is my gain. If people don't want to be involved with me, or they don't want to be part of my life anymore, then that's their loss on them. I've met some amazing people along the way. I've developed different friendships. I've developed a more of a loving relationship with myself and my self-worth and what I deserve, which I think out of all the relationships that you have in this world, that's the most important one. It's being very caring and worthy towards yourself, really understanding what that means and looking after yourself, because if you can't look after yourself, then you're unlikely to be able to do that for everybody else. People come and go in your life, but just remember that it's always towards something positive. It's always towards something that is going to be the best for you in the long run. No matter what, you can only be you. This has been a very difficult lesson for me. I've always found it really hard to understand not everybody is going to like me. That's just how it is. I don't always like everybody that I meet, and that's absolutely fine. It's the same for other people. Not everybody's going to warm to you. Everybody's got their own different attributes, values, morals that people are drawn to. Sometimes you can be friends with people for quite a long time, and then over time things just change. You've just got to acknowledge that that's just how it is. Being yourself is honestly the most beautiful thing, because nobody can be you. You're a unique being in this world. You are put in this world for a reason. You've got all these likes and interests, abilities, everything about you that's different to somebody else. It's all about being you. you and living for you. All negative experiences make you stronger. As the song by Kelly Clarkson goes, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's 100% true. We all go through different things in life. We all go through different experiences. We all go through times where we just feel really low and we feel alone. We feel like nobody else is going through it, when as a matter of fact people probably are going through it. They're probably just not expressing it, or they're keeping it to themselves because that's just how they deal with it. We've all got to go through the lows. You've all got to have those bad experiences, because at the end of the day they make you more resilient. When problems come your way, you're able to deal with it rather than thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Whatever it could be, a breakup, a loss, anything. Allow it to be within you. Allow it to have all these emotions, feelings that you just need to express. Just do it. Don't suffer in silence. Like, if you do need to talk to someone, please do, because 9 times out of 10 they'll come back to you with something that they're going through. And as the saying goes, a problem shared is a problem halved. There's nothing worse than feeling like you can't talk to somebody about what you're going through. Of course you can. Don't feel like because somebody is going through a tough time at the moment that then you can't bombard them with a load of stuff. I feel a lot better when somebody says that they're going through something as well, because then you know you're not on your own. You might be able to get a different perspective from somebody else, and that in time will help you to grow and heal from what you're going through. Every negative experience that happens, it is rubbish, but it will make you stronger. Appreciating the good that is in your life at the moment. You do have good things going on for you. Even if you need to write it down, just list the things that you know make you feel good and amazing, that you've got family, that you've got friends, that your health is really good. You don't know what's going to happen just around the corner, and appreciating all that is good currently in your life at the moment, all the things that have led you to this path and what you've got with you at the moment, that's what's going to keep you going. Look at what is in front of your eyes right now. It gives you that little thing inside you that makes you happy for that sense, and you think, that's what I need to appreciate. That's something that I need to value, and really look at life and think there are good things. Despite all the stuff that does go on, there are good things in my life that actually I do love and I do appreciate. So definitely appreciate and value what you do have in your life at the moment. Pain is temporary. It's kind of two sides, because yes, it is temporary, but at the same time it can return. When you go through those negative experiences and when you have those negative feelings, you kind of feel like that your world is ending. It's a bit like end of a relationship in a sense, like you feel like your whole world is just breaking around you. But just remember that it is something that is temporary. The pain might still be there every so often, but it might just lessen to what it was, a few months ago, a few days ago. That's a really good milestone, that even if the pain lessens, that's really good. It's different for everybody in terms of how long it lasts. When you do return to that pain, or a different pain comes to you, you just remember that it's only temporary. It will lessen. It won't last forever. You will get through it. Be mindful and at peace with what you can control. Sometimes it can be a bit of a lesson to learn things that you can control in life and what you can't. For me, years ago, any situation that cropped up, I would try and manage, even if it was somebody else's problem that I wasn't really involved with. I would try and find a solution that would be the controlling factor that person can do to make things better all the time. And sometimes there isn't an answer, sometimes there isn't a solution. Don't get involved with it, because you then end up getting hurt with it, and it's double the amount of pain that you don't need. When it's for yourself, look at the things that you can physically control. For example, things that I can control in my life, that I know that I can monitor and make me feel better, are things like self-development, listening to podcasts, reading books, making sure that I do exercise at least 2 or 3 times a week so that my body and my mind are at a healthy state, reaching out to people to make sure that they're doing okay, especially in these times, watching a funny film, or especially at this time watching a Christmas film, because it makes me excited for Christmas and things that I can plan towards and do. Just having a think about things that you can control will help you to have a better manage on your life and help you to be more in control of yourself, rather than things that are exterior going on that you can't control. Time for yourself is essential, even if it's just like 20 minutes or so before bed, 20 minutes yourself in the evening or first thing in the morning. Give yourself that time that you deserve, because it's so important to just remind yourself of how amazing you are, how amazing you're doing. You're just an incredible person in this world. I feel like when you give yourself that self-love and that boost, you just learn to deal with things a bit more, and you just always remember that you are an amazing person and you've just got so much to bring to this world, and whatever's going on at the moment, you can get through this. When people do get you down or do say things and that, then you can turn around to yourself and say, well, actually no, I am this person, I am this incredibly beautiful, amazing human being. Allowing yourself that time to just relax and unwind and just chill with yourself and do things that make you happy is so important. Checking on people often can really make their day. Me and one of my really close friends were talking, like we talk every so often. We just know that we're there for each other. We both expressed that we were going through a bit of a hard time, but that's just made us closer. It made my week to know that, you know, this person was concerned about me, as vice versa, me to them. Some people might say they're all right, but actually they're really not. They're really struggling. Even if you just send them a message just saying, hey, hope you're okay, just wanted to check in, make sure things are all good, it just lets that other person know that somebody's thinking about them. Own your own choices. Whatever decision you make for yourself in life, do it for you and own it. As soon as you start worrying about what other people are going to think about the decision you've just made, you then start questioning yourself and your self-beliefs and morals and values. Sometimes to an extent, yeah, you do care about what people think, but don't let it be to the point where every decision you make you have to ask other people about it. Believe in your decisions, believe in your own choices, that they are for you and they make you feel happier and better about your life. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. I'm so bad at this. I'm still learning this for myself. Sometimes I don't ask for help, not because I don't necessarily want it, but I just feel like that if I can do something, then I'll just carry on and do it. Whereas sometimes it is just nice to ask for help, even if it's something that you know you can do, but you know it would be better if somebody else can help. Just ask. I've been guilty of it before in my workplace, where I just got on with things and people have been like, you can ask for help if you do want it. When people say that, it's kind of like them saying, we want to help. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. It's a good thing to ask for help, because then you lower your caseload of whatever you've got to do in your everyday life and you allow somebody else to help you. And if you're worried that they're not going to do it the right way, then instruct them and give them the specifics of what you want them to do. Everybody needs a bit of support every now and again. We're all human. We all have times where we need extra support from somebody else, and it builds your connections with other people as well. Always choose curiosity over fear. If you want to develop yourself and move forward, whether that be in your career, for yourself, always ensure that you're choosing things that make you think, oh yeah, that looks interesting, or you know, that would be really good for me to do. Just go for it, because fear will come. Fear is there to allow you to question. The more you go for fearful experiences, the things that scare you or make you feel a bit nervous, the more you grow from it, and the less scary things like that become when you keep doing it, when you keep being consistent with it. If you always choose fear over curiosity, you're always going to be in your comfort zone, which I know is a lovely place for a lot of us, but you don't grow from it. You don't allow yourself to become a better version of yourself. Doing things that scare you is a really good thing, because then you're doing something that originally made you feel really scared, but as you be consistent with it and grow from it, you learn that actually it's not so scary, and you've just got something else in your repertoire of abilities and skills. Fear is a good thing, because it means that you care about what you're doing. Do what you want because you want to do it. You've got to do things because you want to do them, not because somebody else wants you to do them. When I was 20, I just finished doing my level 3. A couple of my college lecturers were like, you need to go to university because you're really good at studying, you would be amazing at it. But at the time, I didn't want to go to university. There was a lot of things put me off from going in the first place. If I did go at the time, I knew it'd be for other people, it wouldn't be for myself. So you've got to do things that are right for you, that you know you want to do, rather than what other people would rather you do. Embrace your flaws and own who you are. As individuals, we spend 24/7 with ourselves, so we see things that people don't see because they don't see us as much, or they see us in a completely different light to what we do. We know who we are, we know what we look like, we know things that suit us and make us feel good, look good compared to everybody else around us. When it comes to insecurities and flaws, we see things and we think, oh, why have I got that? Or why do I look like that? Why haven't I got this like this other person? Why am I not more chatty? Why am I so nervous? But just embrace it as much as you possibly can. I know sometimes it's so difficult that you just don't want to like parts of yourself because you just can't warm to it. But things that really help in those circumstances is being around people that love you and want you to win and think you're amazing as you are, following people on social media that are all about promoting positivity and self-love and self-worth, show all of their flaws, because then it enables you to reflect upon yourself and think, actually, these things about myself are amazing. They make me who I am. They make me this individual person. You don't want to be like anybody else. You don't want to have all this stuff because somebody else has got it and it's given them lots of followers on social media, or because lots of people warm to them. You've just got to be you. You just got to embrace who you are, flaws and all. Once you get to that stage, it becomes so much easier to just be like, oh yeah, well, I've got that today, but do you know what? Who cares? There's more to life than what I've got going on. And that's, you know, a journey in itself. So definitely look into things on how you can do that for yourself. I know for me, one of the things that makes me feel good and amazing about myself is listening to music, especially happy, dancey music. It gets me in my flow and I just end up dancing around the room and pretending I'm in a nightclub. Learn what you do and don't like about yourself, and remember it makes you who you are, and embrace it. This year has definitely been the year of finding more about myself, loving myself more, loving my life for what it is, and remembering what I do and don't deserve. Everybody is their own person and you either warm to it or you don't. Life has a lot of stuff that goes on for everybody. We all have to go through stuff that we really don't want to sometimes, and sometimes we come out stronger and more resilient than we ever do think we could. The thing with home truths is that sometimes we don't want to accept them. Sometimes we want to believe that life is amazing and positive, and whereas there are aspects that there are also negative aspects and things that do challenge that sometimes. You just got to look at life as your own, make it as amazing and great for yourself as you possibly can. You know, the things that you can't control, it's just, it is what it is. You can't control it. Make sure that you're being really amazing to yourself, really being kind to yourself, being kind to other people. Don't allow other people's opinions to stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't allow experiences to put you off doing things that you want to do. Learn for yourself all the things that you need to learn, what life has to offer you. Focus on what is good at the moment. Focus on what you want for yourself, because then that just gives you that motivation to keep going. Own your life. Be amazing, brilliant, special, beautiful, all those things. I just want to look at this year as, yes, definitely a year of tough experiences, but also a year of growth, learning more things about myself and being where I want to be. I'm in a more positive mindset than what I ever have been. Yes, I do have moments like everybody where things just go wrong and I just feel like I can't take things anymore, but then I just remember that it's only temporary. Things will get better, things will salvage somewhere along the line. It's the same for you guys as well. It will. Just be present in today. Just be thankful and happy with what you've got going on today. Don't worry about tomorrow, next week, in a few weeks time. Look at life for now. Let the home truths be a part of you and allow you to be stronger and more resilient towards things, open to new experiences, new people. Before we end 2020 on a, for a lot of people, miserable time and a miserable year, I just wanted to bring a bit of light to it, which I hope I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below, like, subscribe, all the things that you need to do. I'm sure I'll see you very soon. For now, take care, beautiful people.